drags me back. And I remember the night before I told my mom, I can't wait for him to leave because either he's gonna kill me or I'm gonna kill him. And at that, like, passing by the room, seeing him shake like that, it was like paranoid because he was too quiet, and the way he was shaking gave me the rush of anxiety. Like, I literally was like, I just gotta go to work. I remember my daughter woke up and was like, Mommy, like in her, like half asleep, like, Mommy. And I'm like, it's okay, go back to sleep, and like guiding her to go back to sleep. And then when I seen her, like, knocking out, I told him, hey, Malia's waking up. I don't know if she's up or she's not up. Can you check on her? So he gets up, he checks on her. But I remember like getting this uneasy feeling, like I didn't want to go by him. So I remember asking him, like, hey, you're going to Chicago tomorrow. I know you were going to take the kids with you to my mom's house because she's going to take you to the airport in the morning, but can you wait until like, I get out of work so I can say goodnight to them, so I don't have to drive all the way to Tampa to say goodnight, and then you just leave tonight, And he was like, no, I'm not going to make anything easy for you. I was like, okay. And he was like, I hate you, right?
So you just want to be seen or you want to be heard? I want to help my little brothers. I want to help my little brothers where they don't have to struggle and have to fight one another. I win, so why I wouldn't want to help somebody else? They taught me, help your people. I had a partner, an older man. He said if a man's pants is tore, he said, what do you do? I said, you sew them. He said, no, you just tear them off of him. So I wound up being opposite of him. If your pants is tore, I either buy you a pair or sew them for you. I want everybody to know what I know. My uncle used to get mad at me because when he teach me something, I teach it to another brother. He said, man, I didn't give you this to give to him, but I want everybody to have money. If everybody got money, it make my job easier. If I'm the only one got some money, now you looking at me trying to figure out how to take my money, and I'm gonna pop you in your ass.
The first night I was home, I was so scared. It was raining. And my mom and her husband were like, oh, we're gonna go get some food. But I was just so tired that I didn't want to go with them. And then they left, and I had so much anxiety because my brain was like not registering that it was rain. It was like telling me like that's him trying to get into the window. And you know, it wasn't until like we moved in together that things started to like, you know, shake up a little bit and get a little bit. And then I started to see like, you know, how he was when he was angry and how he would talk to me. So I remember the first big argument that we got into was because his ex-girlfriend at the time, she kept calling him and the ex-mother-in-law kept calling him. And I just remember telling him that I was tired of them calling, and it just went from like 0 to 100. He pulled over, he grabbed the phone, threw it, made this big old scene, and I just was like, oh my God. I was like, take me home. And he tried to like, you know, do the whole, I'm sorry, you know, I was just mad because the whole situation got me frustrated. I continued the relationship with him because I don't want to say I felt bad, but I felt like he never really got the love. So maybe if I love him, then I can get him, you know, to be a better person. So when we moved in together, that's when I noticed like the pattern of him snapping and then acting like he was sorry, and me being like, okay, just one step at a time, we could work through this together, you know. He busted the windshield out of my car. He punched the mirror and the glass flew in my eye and I got stitches, you know. He kicked my rearview mirror, like little things. And then I always took him back because he always came with them puppy eyes, like, you're all I have. I was spending the night at his mom's house, and he actually was the first time that he put his hands on me. He put me like in a chokehold and like body slammed me. His mom woke up and she tried to separate it. And that was the first time that he actually like, you know, put his hands on me. He ended up showing up to my mom's house and was like, with the puppy dog eyes, please. And that's when he told me that he was suffering from bipolar disorder. I can't give up on him because he has bipolar. I have to try to help him. I took him back. We got an apartment, I want to say the following week or two. It started with the car. He busted my windshield. Then it went from that to him. We're at his mother's house and he kicks in my rearview mirror because he's upset. And he's trying to tackle me to the floor, to him punching the mirror in the bathroom of our home, and the glass shooting and hitting me in the eye. I got 3 stitches. What was hard for me was because his mom was always like, just give him time, you know. She would always pull the guilt trip on me, like, you know, he's going through a lot, you know, just let him breathe and then come back and then start talking. We got married in 2017. Things were not like they were going up and down. And then I think he knew I was kind of getting fed up, and then he asked me to marry him. He wants to marry me, you know, and I let him know, like, okay, if we get married, things are going to be different. We got married in a church. We did the whole reception. It was a beautiful wedding. And then I found out I was pregnant a month before the wedding. So I did not enjoy it at all. It was a beautiful wedding. I danced. I could not drink. I could not do anything. So I was like a little upset. And then we moved to a different house.